I'm going to show you how to make Kreative Kiwi's yin yang coaster, and for that I'm going to be using a 4x4 hoop, wash away stabiliser, threads, some pins to secure my stabiliser in the hoop, some masking or painter's tape, my curved scissors and batting and fabrics cut to size. We're going to start off by hooping 2 layers of wash away stabiliser, and I've got mine doubled over here. And to keep the stabiliser nice and taut in the hoop, I'm putting pins around the edge of my hoop, and I just push them through so that it's touching both hoops, and then just bring them back, and that will stop my stabiliser from being pulled down through the hoop. You're now going to pop that into your machine and stitch round number 1, and that's going to give you your placement outline. I appreciate that it's a bit difficult at the moment to see my outline, but it is there. You're now going to place your batting over your outline and your light coloured fabric on top of that, and then you're going to tape it in place so that it can't move during stitching. I'm now going to stitch round number 2, and that's going to secure your fabric and batting. I've had a bit of an oops moment because there was a crease stitched into my coaster, so I've unpicked it, not all the way around, but just the bit where it was affected, and I'm going to tape it down again, but a little bit better this time. And I'm going to restitch round number 2. Next, you're going to lay your darker fabric over the top, and you're going to tape that in place too. You can now put that back into your machine and stitch round number 3 to secure it. You're now going to cut away the fabric on the left hand side, but leaving the circle, and then you're going to cut out the centre of that circle just of the blue fabric and leaving the fabric underneath showing. I'm now going to use the stitch unpicker just to create a little slit in the blue fabric here, and I'm feeling to make sure that I haven't got my fabric underneath caught up as well. And I'm just going to make a tiny little hole just so that I can get my scissors in, and then I'm going to carefully cut the blue fabric away from the centre of the circle. You're now going to stitch round number 4, and that's going to do the zigzagging down the centre here, and you're going to want to leave your light thread in your machine. Next is round number 5, and that's the stippling over the left hand side, and if you don't want to do the quilting part, you don't have to, you can skip through this colour to the next one. You're going to want to change your thread to a dark colour now, and for round number 6 you're going to be doing the quilting all over this side, so if you don't want to do the quilting you can skip this colour and pick up again at colour 7. Staying with your darker thread, you are now going to stitch round number 7, and that's going to do the satin stitch around the dark circle. you're going to want to reload your lighter colour into your machine, and you're now going to stitch round number 8, and that's going to do the satin stitch around the lighter circle. Next you're going to attach your backing, so turn your hoop over and place your fabric over the outline and then tape it in place. You're now going to pop that into your machine and stitch round number 9 to secure it. You're now going to trim up the excess fabric from both the front and back of your hoop. I've removed the tape already, and I like to start on the back because it's easily forgotten. With your light coloured thread in your machine and a matching bobbin, you're now going to stitch round number 10, and that's going to do round this edge. You're now going to want to change your matching bobbin and thread to your darker colour, and then you're going to stitch round number 11, and that's going to do the satin stitch around the blue area. You're now going to free your coaster from the hoop, so turn it over and then with your scissors just cut around close to the stitching, but taking care not to cut the actual stitching itself. We're now going to get rid of all the excess stabiliser around the edge, and for that I'm using warm water and a Q-tip, cotton bud, whatever you want to call it. And that's our coaster finished. I hope you enjoyed this stitch along. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to be notified of new videos as soon as they're published. Do pop along to Kreative Kiwi's Facebook group. There's lots of ideas and inspiration there for everybody. And thank you very much for joining me.